welcome back to Libib's booktube channel. My name is Kayla and welcome back to another new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my June wrap-up. I'm super excited to talk about my June wrap-up because even though I was busy with BookCon and ALA conference and everything else, I still actually got a decent amount of reading done, and I've never been happier. I am just so excited. So let's get in the wrap-up today. I have 4 books I'm going to talk about, and the first book being The Adventure of Captain Underpants by Dave Plieke. I've never read Captain Underpants before, but I ended up getting a copy at BookCon. Captain Underpants is about 2 4th graders are a couple of class clowns, and they always talk about drawing Captain Underpants as their comic. And one day they get a little hypno ring and hypnotize their evil principal into becoming Captain Underpants. I read it and I thought it was pretty hilarious. I ended up rating this book 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was cute, charming, adoring. It was in color, it was hilarious, it was a very quick read, and it was definitely a unique read. I've never read anything like this before, and like I said, I definitely liked that it was in color. And the reason why I took a star off was just because it's not really for my age group, and I definitely could have wanted more. Next up, I read another short graphic novel, and that graphic novel was The Bad Guys Mission Unpluckable, Aaron Blabely. And I got this arc that was released back in February of this year. I got this arc at BookCon as well from the Scholastic booth. I definitely love the illustrations in this book. It made for a quick, easy, fun, hilarious read. I also rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was cute, funny. I liked the drawings. I definitely could relate to the shark because I don't like spider. But overall, 4 out of 5 stars. I docked 1 star off just because it wasn't for my age group, and yeah, like Captain Underpants, this was a good book. Next up, I finally read a YA book for the month, and that was Asylum by Madeline Rue. I picked this book up when I went to Half Price Books to sell back some books earlier that month, and I decided to pick this one up, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I should give it a read. This book also has illustrations throughout the book. So a little bit about the asylum. We have 16-year-old Daniel Crawford, who is attending this New Hampshire prep program where he meets a couple of friends, he finds out some history, and he finds out that where they're staying at is in an old asylum, and things just kind of branch off from there. There's romance. Blech. I ended up rating this book 2.5 out of 5 stars. Romance and horror should not just go together at all is what I've officially decided when it comes to YA horror thriller novels. It just wasn't that scary. I was definitely hoping for something different. I was hoping for more asylum stuff, kind of like the Ghost Adventures, because I love Ghost Adventures so much. I can watch it in the middle of the day and still get scared. But this book it wasn't all that scary, and I didn't have any hopes or expectations or know anything about going into this novel, and I was still kind of let down. So there is, I think, a trilogy or a series of these books. I don't think I'll be picking up the rest of the series because this was just like, eh. And then the next one takes place with like a circus and stuff, and I'm just like not a fan of sequels in YA horror thriller. And last but not least, the book that I started in June that I will hopefully be finishing in July, and that is Bad Call by Stephen Wallenfels. So far, I'm a third of the way through this book, and I absolutely love and enjoying it so far. When I'm reading this book, I always sit down, I'm like, I'm gonna read 1 chapter, and then 5 chapters later, I'm like, oh, well, I said I was gonna stop like 1 chapter ago or 2 or whatever. This book is really good. It doesn't come out till February next year, but I am so glad I snagged a copy of this at ALA. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. What did you guys read in the month of June? Leave a comment in the box down below. And anyways, are you excited for the booktubeathon this month? And basically, this is the last month of summer before school starts next month, which is really weird to think about. But anyways, that is going to be it for my June wrap-up, and that's going to be it for today's video. So I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you next month with a new wrap-up.